It's a rainy day here on the Gold Coast, and we've decided that it's about time that we rip everything out of this van and fully rebuild it. So we did this original build 3 years ago now, and we've had lots of experiences traveling around Australia and living in it full time. We've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work for us, and we're really excited just to start completely fresh. We plan to travel for another few years in this van, and we have a trip coming up in about a month, so we're going to do our best to get this van build done as quickly as possible. We have our friend Cam helping us, which we are very grateful for.
How good.
Where we can help.
Those runners look exactly what we need.
Yeah. So it's got like a push lock system.
Yeah.
How to lock it in.
Yeah.
Push to unlock. Right,
because one of our issues has been this straw here has actually wanted to fling out when we drive around a corner.
Yeah.
So we use this dodgy rope obviously to tie it up. But if we can do away with that, that'd be great. Oi babe, Camo's got some runners.
Runners.
Look.
Sweet.
And they're a push to lock.
It's like the perfect size.
System.
How good is that?
Oh yeah.
Lock, unlock, lock.
That's awesome. We're trying to do this van build as affordably as possible, so we're going to be using some of the pieces that we already have in the van, and Cam is super handy and has lots of tools and little pieces around his place as well, so we're just going to use up everything that we can. We're going to be also taking a trip to Bunnings soon to pick out the materials for the inside.
Bench top.
So many decisions,
Structure.
eh?
Yeah, so much to get in. There's so much to decide, but I think we'll start with the bench tops and the stuff for the cabinets. We have some flooring that we were given, so we're going to see if that works as well.
How sick is this? The perfect workspace. Yeah, that's mine. That light one doesn't need to start all the way over there. He needs to start over here.
The best time ever. We're having a band. We're rebuilding.
Right, let's get some wood, eh? Yeah. We're at Bunnings getting all of our materials, so the plan is to get some marine ply, and we're actually going to use that for the bench top as well because it has beautiful textures in the wood. And then we were thinking we could just stain it if we want it to be another color.
I like this a lot. Isn't that cool?
We're gonna
Yeah,
sand
it's really
it.
cool.
We're gonna sand it back, make it look lovely. MDF. Yeah. So I'm gonna make a frame to stiffen it up even more. I like it.
Name my car? Yeah. Got all our goodies, got our wood.
Go, eh?
Going to pay and then get to work.
Are you excited?
It's starting to feel real now that it's happening.
Sinking in a bit? Yeah.
1200.
We just got back from Bunnings. The boys stripped everything out of the van and we brought all of the new materials into the shed here. We did have MDF in the van before, which we learned quickly is not the most ideal. especially because we did have days where it was raining a lot and we had lots of leaks in the van, so the MDF has swelled quite a bit. For the materials that we just purchased at Bunnings, we ended up getting 2 big pieces of VJ, 2 big pieces of structural ply, and 2 smaller bits of marine ply, which we're going to be using for the bench tops. We wanted it to be something more durable than we had before because, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be living in this space for quite a while and we want it to be able to last and brave the climate and roads here in Australia.
We should just hang out here all night.
Yeah, we should. We got straight into building, and after thinking and planning, we quickly realized this was going to be a bit more work than expected. With only a short amount of time until our next big trip, we were going to have to figure out how to make it all come together.
Because it was at the top and I was like, yeah, right, this is what it's going to be. And then I was like, fucking measuring it. I'm making that out of the fly. So now we're doing mil on top. 100 mil. Beautiful.
Jam for procreation if I've ever heard one. I know what some folks.
Yeah.
We're finally starting the actual build. So Cam at the moment is working on the little piece that's going to go behind the passenger seat. So instead of a slide out bench like we used to have, we're just going to have one small piece.
This piece is our kitchen. So before we had it as a fixed unit and it was connected to our cupboards which sat at the back wall. And it was great because it gave us lots of length to be able to pull out quite far, cook outside. And then this one's going to be a bit smaller, but what we've done is customize it for the burner to constantly sit on the top. So it's always pull out, the burner's ready to go.
While Cam does that, we want to see what's under the floor. So at the moment we have marine ply here in the van, but it has been years since we've taken it out. We're a bit nervous to see if there's going to be some rust on the actual combi.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not too bad.
Oh yeah.
Like it's starting to go though. That part might be bad. Oh yeah. Here we go. There it is.
Oh yeah.
They might have run out of it from the front, do you think?
Maybe.
But it looks like it can clean it all up. We can take most of that off with just like a wire brush, maybe a bit of grinding. I think we caught it before it got too bad. See, when it gets under those little lips like that, that's when the water just sits there and rusts all the way through to the bottom. Pretty lucky though. Board there, right? Then that side that's facing us where the knobs are going to be could be open as well.
Here's Cam's drawer so far. It's coming along nicely.
Kitchen, baby.
So this is the base, and then it's going to have a drawer like our old one, kind of, that pulls out just to be a bit smaller. And we're doing it to the size of our burner so that that can fit.
So that's how that's going to sit like that. Oh, I'm so excited to use it already. Because we already set our burner like this, then we'd have to pull it up and set it up.
This way you can rock up and start cooking.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We've taken all of the flooring out of the van and we found quite a bit of rust. Jordan's scraping a lot of it back, so we've realized that most of it is surface rust. The van is going into the body shop on Monday because we're getting all the rust cut out of the roof. So all of the white part of the van, he'll be working on that and patching up some little bits and pieces around the van. So we're thinking we're gonna sand all of it back and get it prepped for a new paint job.
Converts rust into a protective inert barrier, prepares metal surfaces for priming and coating. Easy to brush on and apply. One wire brush or coarse sandpaper, remove all paint and loose scaly dirt.
I don't want to go in the corner because I don't want to get sand all over the brush though.
Yeah, don't do that yet. Yeah. Do the body of it and then you can do it.
Next, we're going to be taking a little bit of a risk. We have some friends who also own a combi who recommended this product. It's called Raptor Liner and it provides a really tough coating. Cam's just put the runners on the slide out drawer to see how it's all fitting.
So the first runners that we bought were enough weight, they were 45 kilos, so now we've gone 90 kilos. We're just testing them out. Got one in, and it's all looking alright on one side. Once we get the other one in, it should hold the weight and be steady enough. Just using my body weight to let the glue dry.
We've put a layer of marine ply down on the ground and Cam is going to put in the floorboards next. It's amazing how much prepping and painting was involved. I felt like I did this over and over again for hours on end. Although it was lots of work, things were finally starting to come together for the first part of our build. We did many long days as we wanted everything to be as perfect as possible. We came across a few issues that needed to be solved. One being our pull-out drawer would tip over, so we had to find a way to make sure it would stay secure.
But is it annoying if we make holes in this? Because then you're putting it off. So it slides itself across.
I can bang it into the floor like that, but I'm just more worried about coming to
The steel.
Yes, it'll have to be like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's as solid as a rock, dude.
Yeah, that's good. I'll leave that. And then when you want to unhook it, you just gotta give it a little nudge, loosen it up,
Yeah.
unhook it.
she is.
We're just at the shop picking up the combi now. So we got a lot of the rust fixed around the windscreen, and we also got the side windows replaced and the rust fixed around the edges there. So that'll be good. It was a good week to have it in the shop because it's been raining non-stop all this week. Stella's going in the workshop today. We have a bunch of rust that needs to get fixed. So you might be able to see all up here. There's a lot all around the front. We also got some new windows. So they have a slide in the middle, which we're going to be replacing with our current windows that we have now. We also have a bunch of rust underneath these seals, so that'll be good just to get those fixed up before we put the new windows in. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks great.
I've got to do a little bit of a buff up there, right? Because
Yeah.
it just did it on me just when I was cleaning it up. You know?
I have amazing things. Even amazing things coming. I generally have like a low first. If that makes sense.
That'll work.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's go
Let's go.
to the shops. Another day, another trip to Bunnings.
I was on a diamond board the other day.
So we picked up Stella from the shop yesterday. She had all of that rust repair done, which looks amazing. And now we're back at Cam's working on the van. We're gonna be finishing the first part of it today, and hopefully we'll have it all installed by the end of the day.
Well, we've got 100 mil of rain coming tomorrow, and this week a big trip planned out into the Simpson Desert. So we have to get everything installed today, so she's ready to go for our trip.
There will still be a few loose ends and the second part of the build, which we will be doing when we get back, but we're really happy to be done all this part. Today we've done a big shop, gone to Bunnings, and got a bunch of stuff to put the sink in.
Yeah, so the sink's going in. We've actually got the plumbing worked out for that as well, so it's got drainage, and we can actually use that first part.
Yep.
But we still have things being shipped to us in terms of the tapware.
Yeah, the faucet's on its way, so we won't have that installed yet. But yeah, it's been a while since we started the van build now, so we're pretty excited to have at least this first part done and fitted for this trip that we're going on.
Happy days!
You got it? Low.
That works so well. Yeah, I can't believe how well that is. To fit in the plumbing here, we've actually got to get this flexi pipe to go from the bottom of our drain all the way into our grey water tank. It's only like 25 centimeters, but now what we're doing is we're combining all of the fittings. So the first bit here is the pipe onto this elbow. Let's go. Yeah. Push. Woo! She's not coming off.
Yeah.
Nice and tight.
Look at that beauty.
Say a little. Hello.
So, time to put in the first bit of cabinetry. Let's get this thing going.
How do you feel about phase 1 coming to an end?
I feel good, positive.
We couldn't have been more excited to complete the first cabinets. Straight after we finished, we headed to the desert to test out how practical it would be on the road. Subscribe to see the second part of the build and our full van tour.